If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would sail the seas for to ease your pain. In the night forlorn, the morning's born, the morning shines with the lights of love. You will miss sunrise if you close your eyes, and that would break my heart in two. Lady's with me now, since I showed her how to lay her lily hand in mine. Loop and Lil agree, she's a sight to see, and a treasure for the poor to find. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would sail the seas for to ease your pain.
This dark hotel can't stand myself.
Deep blue dawn, I found this song. It's my dreams that are keeping me awake. I can't take more than I can fake. Not these past regrettable mistakes.
A distant glow will finally show.
It's my dreams that are keeping me awake. I can't take more than I can fake. Not these past regrettable mistakes. Dreams
dreams that are keeping me.
Good days are coming, they're on their way. Good days are coming soon. Calves are a-dropping, tree buds are popping, wildflowers are in bloom. We had a dark, dreary winter, dismal and cold, rainy, and skies were gray. Now clouds they're parting, new life is starting, spring is on the way. For too long life was gloomy, ominous and bleak, we almost gave it. Our senses, we mended our fences before it was too late. Good days are coming, they're coming soon. Good days are coming soon. We've got love in our hearts, we've got hope in our souls. Good days are coming soon. We've got love in our hearts, we've got hope in our souls. Good days are coming soon.
To say I'm feeling better, getting used to spending all my nights alone. Wouldn't worry about it, I can do without it. I'm writing you to say I'm on the right track now. My anticipations keeps me smiling every time I think of you. I see morning showers while
Song for Canuto.
Hi, Jules and Julesworks. This is Mariko from Video Productions and Teatro Paraguas. I just wanted to share a little holiday song with you that's called The True Gift of Gifting from My Little Pony, The Best Gift Ever episode. So the song goes like this. The most magical gift that I can recall. It could have been big or small or even nothing at all. It doesn't matter, you see, if it's from my friends on whom I depend. No matter what you spend, it will be perfect to me. The true gift of gifting is what it means inside. We can show we care, spreading love far and wide. The true gift of gifting is totally free, and you're the best there is at giving it. With the friendship that you give to me, we've all been friends forever, and look how far we've come. The holiday brings us close, and now it's time for fun. The greatest gift you give to me is more precious than gold. Never ended, always mended, and it can't be bought or sold. The true gift of gifting is what it means inside. We can show we care, spreading love far and wide. The true gift of gifting is totally free, and you're the best there is at giving it with the friendship that you give to me. So if you want to see more songs like that, I suggest checking out a musical piñata for Christmas, which will be available on Zerb by the time this video airs, I hope. And if you want to see my work at Crypt Video Productions, that's at cryptvideoproductions.com. Bye-bye.
Old horses and old men riding the changes that blow on the wind, wishing they could do it all over again. Old horses and old men, dreaming of golden days from the past, a proud way of life that just couldn't last. They gave their all time and again. Old horses and old men, old horses, old men, set in their ways, remembering the thrill of those bygone days. Old horses, old men, ride out again, raring to start, but nearing the end. Oh, the rowdy and rambling tales they could spin. Old horses and old men. They saddle up before daylight, a little bit stiff, but still full of fight. They come riding home around twilight. Old horses and old men. Time's moving on, they can't deny that. Life is a-changin', but they live in the past. Heroes with saddles and cowboy hats. Old horses and old men. Old horses, old men, set in their ways, remembering the thrill of those bygone days. Old horses, old men, ride out again, raring to start, but nearing the end. Oh, the rowdy and rambling tales they could spin. Old horses and old men. And the old horse and the old man, they slowly wait. They're watching from over the top of the gate. A lifetime's gone by, now this is their fate. old horses and old men. Remembering the old days, the things that they've seen. Even old horses and old men can dream of a time when proud men and horses were king. Old horses and old men. Old horses, old men, saddled once more, biding their time, but they're ready for war. Old horses, old men, ride out again. They're raring to start, but they're nearing the end. Oh, the rowdy and rambling tales they could spin. Old horses and old men.
That was Thanksgiving, Stanley. Did you get some Osteria cannelloni with crab and lobster and shrimp? Is that Uncle DT turkey? Little breakfast? Is that what you're gonna do? A little snack? Little snack? We got leftovers. Turkey's not as big as a pan. Osteria's delicious. Some dessert. A little something to drink for later. We gotta wake up and do Julesworks prep for tomorrow. Right, Stanley? Mm. Who's a fuzzy boy? Is that your 11th, 13th breakfast? Handsome boy. With a handsome boy. With a handsome boy. Can't eat like that every day, Stanley. What? He said, yes, we can. And what about you? Won't throw it up. Alright, where are we going? We're done, right? I don't think we need more than 13 breakfasts, buddy. Do we? Breakfast. Some more turkey later. Some more stuffed cannelloni. Ooh, the handsome boy. Oh, delicious. Pecan pie? Stella, you didn't get your cream. Okay. Say hi, Julesworks. We love you. We'll put this in Julesworks. Stella, she got in Julesworks. Time to meditate, she says. Daddy, you didn't even meditate. You can't put Julesworks yet. All right. There you go. That's where nothing happens. And this is, if you join Patreon, you get more terrific videos like this. Right, Stanley? Nah. What? Your belly's too full to be rubbed. Your belly's too full. I'm going to let Stanley sing for a bit. Oh boy. Okay, Stanley, say thanks to Julesworks. We love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That was Thanksgiving, Stanley. Did you get some Osteria cannelloni with crab and lobster and shrimp? Is that Uncle D? And this is, if you join Patreon, you get more terrific videos like this. Right, Stanley? Nah. What?
And right about now, I want to introduce to you.
That was Thanksgiving, Stanley. Who's a fuzzy boy? Is that your 11th, 13th breakfast? Handsome boy. Handsome boy. With handsome boy. My handsome boy. Can't eat like that every day, Stanley. What? He said, yes, we can. And what about you? Won't throw it up. All right, where are we going? We're done, right? I don't think we need more than 13 breakfasts, buddy. Do we? Breakfast. Some more turkey later. Some more stuffed cannelloni. Ooh, the handsome boy. Oh, delicious. Pecan pie? Stella, you didn't get your cream. Okay. Say hi, Julesworks. We love you. We'll put this in Julesworks. Stella, she got in Julesworks. And I meditate, she says. Daddy, you didn't even meditate. You can't put Julesworks yet. All right. All right, hello. Hello there. Yes, welcome. Enjoyed those pre-show pieces. We had some stuff from Margot Cole there. And as I just wrote, well, not every night, lobster bluish. There's Stella. The new Hobbit Den Saddle Yards has come along, I hope. Hope his audio is working. Yes. Okay. Although they still didn't fix in my closet the Xfinity thing, so I can only use wireless. So at the moment, I don't have a way to listen in the other bedroom there. There's the bathroom. That's not the bedroom. That's the bathroom. We have some new mats. There's Stanley. That's now, as opposed to what you saw earlier. And there's the Queen. We have a lamp back there as of yesterday. Some art. If you want to help support my habits, buy art. And anyway, that's not what we're here for. Anyway, welcome to the 14th end of monthly Julesworks Follies Showcase Warp Up. And we were doing these on the last Saturday of every month, mostly, but because of now that live events are happening, and we will be doing a live event soon, maybe, well, no, maybe, yes, but we'll carry on doing this. So all I'm trying to say is, rather than being the last Saturday of every month, it will be the end of the month. Currently, Mondays work for me, but as some of you know, I am tired of waiting tables and coming home dead or limping to rehearsal. So I'm working on that too. Thank you. It is a lovely apartment, much better than the last place. Thank you, government. Government arts housing. Some of these neighbors need parking licenses, but not just the one that says Diva. There's one that says Diva that I literally have seen people pull in, and okay, some of the spots are hard to get into, but like pull into some that are easy and just get out and leave their car. I drove by a guy, he parked like shit, he had plenty of room, he could have fixed it easy, he didn't even have to park like that. And then his ass crack showed. So, you know, welcome to the neighborhood, ass crack. That's what ass cracks are for. Ass crack neighbor artists. So anyway, yeah, well, the only reason I mentioned Mondays are okay for me now, but if I do change my work schedule, who knows? I don't want to talk about it. But we're going to do it at the end of the month. So Mondays work for me. Saturdays would be fine. Margot, you can tell them why we didn't do it this Saturday, if you want, while I'm carrying on with the introduction and hit play. If you want to help him, if not, I'll tell him. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Mr. Bond, nice to see you. Clinton, if your technology didn't fail you, glad you joined. And of course, the regulars who join consistently, thank you so much. So, in this 14th end of monthly showcase, light off. We are going to have, if you haven't seen this or whatever, I think it was good. Anyway, I build the scenes up, and so the scenes will play out. We have, I think, about 6 scenes. Generally, I put either 3 or 6 pieces into each. So the first scene coming up is going to have a song from Uncle DT David Tom that he posted a while ago and we aired a while ago. But somebody, you know how on Facebook someone will find an old thing and like it? Well, a bunch of like known musicians ended up liking it, commenting on his video. So I figured, why not? And then we have two news, or not news as such, two things. Yeah, sorry, you just moved, didn't you, Marco? Hope it's going well. I'm glad you made it. January was beyond a pain, but we're not going to talk about that either. Anyway, at least not yet. Because this show is both dedicated in a sad way for somebody who passed away that I'll tell you in a second, and also we have good news that for one of our performers, and they represent somewhat difference in. By the way, is my volume all right? Difference in the periods of life, whatever. I'm tired, brain tired. But anyway, so we're gonna have. You're going to see throughout the show 10 of the Jerry News snippets, the puppets. Of course, our loyal Rose Provon with Grandma Answers Some Questions. And this time she enlisted a little help from Stephen Jules Rubin's career Colbert Rubin. And then, so I was in a show, I am in a show, one of many people, my local beloved Joey Chavez, 11 plays. So more on that later, but the reason why I'm mentioning it now as I'm looking at the running list is the opening night, a local talent, Matthew Milagro Gutierrez, was there and we talked, and turns out he had just finished a short-ish film with Tori Frazee, who's in the short plays too. So he actually edited that, thank you, because I wouldn't have time, into 3 pieces that you'll see throughout the scenes of his new movie. And we've got some song and poetry throughout the night from Margot Cole. We've got pieces, as always, from Nicoa Salas. We've got a brand new piece. She's in New York now, videoing in Regina Ress, our beloved storyteller. And I told her fans wanted her to do something, and she put in a lot of time. It was hard for her, so we really appreciate it. And it's in scene 2. It's going to make you hungry. And then music from Jim Jones' Cowboy Way, and I'm not going to repeat as I run through right now anybody that has more than one piece, but some do. Sean Heelan music, and then PQ River has a piece later on, and I think that's everybody interspersed throughout. You'll see all those things. As we get to the end, we'll decide if we're going to do literary lotto, any bonus, and of course we have our finale chat toast traditions. This one with Rose Grandma again, and a Greg Turner Group song tradition, and then any bonus if you want. So that's the night, and the sadness here is Shantaz Morris, a very beloved person, as I paste this for you. The Santa Fe Reporter, you can look at that later. Great article Alex DeVore wrote. Passed away suddenly just a couple weeks ago. One of the reasons why I'm going to do my best to not wait tables as much any longer, because life is short. So anyway, Taz, I'm pretty sure I met her right when she moved here. She, East Coast, similar age, she and I, and somewhat similar background in a way, East Coast, Virginia, etc., New York for her and Baltimore for me. And anyway, she was a very strong, tall woman, so worked for money doing security for gigs, and also was an artist, beautiful artist, very supportive of anybody, anywhere, helped us out, just a wonderful person. And in that article I just shared, talk about her hugs. So she had asthma. I guess she survived COVID, but then complications, and she just suddenly passed away last week. And no one in town is in any way not heartbroken about it. And there's a tribute memorial for her tomorrow that I'll be going to. Got off work because what's more important, making a few bucks and working for someone else, or luckily we only die once. So anyway, she was a wonderful person. She knew about us and supported everybody. So Taz, I don't have my drink yet. We'll toast to you after the scene. R.I.P. And then the good news, and then the show. The good news is, if you recall last time, and look, the viewers are growing. If you recall last time, we had said a prayer that the puppet master, that our the family of Crystal McKenzie have been very supportive of Julesworks, and in their own words, so that would be Crystal, and then her daughter Lexi, and in Lexi's own words, her sons in particular, Ace and Lance, grew up watching Julesworks live at the various venues we did our show live at that are all closed now. I guess the Jean is going to reopen, but that's their situation, not ours. Anyway, anyway, we had said a prayer. I had helped write a letter of recommendation for the young fella to get into the New Mexico School for the Arts as a sophomore, and that is even more harder than it is as a freshman, or maybe not. Anyway, he got in. We got the kid in. He gets to go to the New Mexico School for the Arts. So that's the good news. And with that, here comes scene one, and I am certainly gonna pop a cold 1 or 3 as this plays. If this mouse would behave. Stella, where'd you go? Oh, she went. Meh. She's like, yeah, you're right. Let's have a drink. You want some nip? One more time, let's check on the king. Well, of course. Why would he have moved? Did I just... I'm sorry. I think I just touched my backside on the other camera. Well, you know, we're all friends here. All right, so without further nonsense, again, thank you all so much. Good crowd, good crowd. Give yourselves a round of applause. Feel free to imbibe as much as you want on whatever you like. Milk, cookies, tea, wheatgrass, bourbon, beer, heroin. Probably not a good idea. Anyway, so we're going to start off with music from Uncle DT. This is Lose Again, Carla Barnoff. Maybe I should have some ether. Carla Barnoff, and then we get Jerry News snippets of what those 10 snippets you're going to see throughout the night are. And our beloved Rose Provan, Grandma, will be answering some questions, as I said, with Stephen Jules Otis' career co-bear Rubin. And part 1 of Labrat is the film by Matthew Milagro Gutierrez with Tori Frazee. And after this scene, I'll pull up the credits. And we're going to get a beautiful, tear-jerkingly lovely, adorable You Are My Sunshine rendition by Margot Cole. And a short snippet after that by Nicolas Salas, I Am Naive, where he wrote, please, on YouTube, let's not be full of hate. And that is a great way, although I'll spin it positive, to say let's be full of love and start the regular part of the show. And by the way, all those things you saw were from the same artists from past shows, including Margot and everybody else. So here we go. Thank you all so much one more time. And enjoy.
Save me, free me, oh, from my heart this time. Train's gone down the track and I stay behind. Nothing can free me from this ball and chain. I made up my mind that I would live today, and you're keeping me going. I know it's insane, because I love you and lose again. When the heart calls, the mind obeys, and it knows better than me. Hold on one more day, and maybe she'll be true. Nothing can free me from this ball and chain. I made up my mind that I would live today, and you're keeping me going. I know it's insane, because I love you and lose again.
Nothing can free me from this ball and chain. I made up my mind that I would live today, and you're keeping me going. I know it's insane, because I love you and lose again. Save me, free me, oh, from my heart this time. Train's gone down the track and I stay behind.
Welcome to Howard News. Jerry's currently in Alaska at the moment, and ow! Get off my stage! Get off my stage! Not your show. Hey viewers. Sorry about that. We were kinda. I think he. Can someone check and see if he's okay? Thank you. Sorry about that. Let's restart this, okay? Welcome to Jerry News. Yeah. Hi, baby in the audience from last time. Hi, Mom.
Got it. During our last presentation of the Follies, Grandma told you that she planned to hit 100. Now, inspired by both Mel Brooks and Betty White, I will answer some questions. Mel Brooks played the 2,000-year-old man, and he answered questions about the past, the distant past. Betty White talked to People magazine and answered some questions about going to be 100. She described her life at her attractive old age and told about her favorite food and her favorite drink. Her favorite food, my goodness, it was the sandwich made by her mother when she was a girl, when Betty was a girl. Well, I guess her mother was a girl too, but she was older by then. Anyway, the sandwich was peanut butter, that figures, bologna, and lettuce on white bread. Okay, that's interesting. She also had her favorite drink. Her favorite drink was a vodka cocktail, and it had ice, so it was vodka on the rocks with a splash, she didn't say of what, and then she would have that every evening before dinner. She also loved all animals, and she loved documentaries about those animals. But let's turn to Mel Brooks at this point. He is a celebrity, or was, and so he would fit right in with the questions that Stephen Colbert asks on his late night show. He asks about the famous person's favorite smell and least favorite smell. He also asks, let me look at my cheat sheet here. He asks for the person's favorite app and his choice of aisle or window. Then there are some probing questions too. They include information about what the person thinks happens after death, and also what 5 words the person would use now to describe the rest of his life. So, I don't have Stephen Colbert with me. I guess I'll bring in Stephen Jules Rubin. Come on in, Follies version of Steve. Okay, there he is. And he's going to ask me first about my favorite sandwich. And I'll tell him, I do not like bologna or even white bread. But then I'll let him ask some questions. Go right ahead.
Okay. Let's see. Grandma, apples or oranges?
Apples.
Have you ever asked anyone for an autograph?
Oh, are you giving me a little hint? No? Oh, well, that's the answer anyway. Answer is no.
Cats or dogs?
Ridiculous! I have to have both of them.
If you had to choose one song to listen to for the rest of your life, what would it be?
It would be Stairway to Heaven, the version by Led Zeppelin, not anybody else.
There's only one. Thank you.
Well, there are other versions, but they don't count.
I was about to say they don't count.
Oh, great minds are thinking alike.
Yes, and let's see what I was going to ask you. Yes, the big one, right? Now, what about the probing questions? The one about death and the one about 5 words to describe the rest of your life.
But you've forgotten all about the one about smells, favorite smells and unfavorite smells. You forgot about window or aisle. You also forgot your favorite smell, or my favorite smell, and my unfavorite smell. So I guess I'll just have to tell you those things. Okay, apps. I have a Zoom app on my phone, but I don't like to use that because that makes my chin look huge on the screen. So I don't use that if I can help it. Then also, I like to smell my cat's fur, but I don't like to smell the cat's litter box. Also, I remember the probing questions, right? Yes. What about death? Death? I think that's the end. But if I am not dead, I'll think of the 5 things to describe the rest of my life, and I'll say, it's been a great life. Now, as Stephen Colbert says, I am known. Now, if I have some of my friends watching this version of our Follies, maybe they'll have some questions. But if they would just put it in the chat, then I'll come back next month, which is April, and I will answer those questions. That way, I won't have to think of a whole new rant for April. Thank you for March.
Consolidation is key. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, okay. That was great. Always great to get to know Grandma better.
Hey! Do you like it?
No. Was the place hard to find?
I have not seen sunlight in 3 years. Everything is still so disorienting.
How's your blood sugar?
I had a burrito by the casino on the way down.
The casino? That's a terrible idea. They have cameras.
I didn't say at the casino, I said by the casino, the one next to the big gas station.
Somehow I'm not convinced.
I mean, it was my favorite spot years ago. It was right next to Camel Rock. It's only open during random times. I mean, this must be my lucky day.
Well, your day is only beginning. We're not even in a different state yet.
Well, I mean, the clothes fit, I shaved, I had a burrito. I feel like a brand new man, especially after escaping out of that hellhole.
Repeat the itinerary back to me, please.
Okay, we finished this cup of coffee. I walk down the street to the Santa Fe Depot. I take the 1:02 p.m. southbound train all the way to the Belen station. I get off at 3:20 p.m. I wait for when it's coming. 2001 Saturn S Series forest green in color.
Very good.
I make contact with the driver, Mr. Bo something?
Think Creed Bratton.
Bowbody. Mr. Bowbody will tell me where I cross the border, either in Arizona or in Texas.
Good. I've already communicated with Dr. Alejandro across the border. Once we get you to them, you'll be fine.
I'll be fine as long as I can keep on breathing this fresh air.
I know your conditions down there were...
Keep him down! Keep him down! I said hold him down! Hold him down! Hold him!
I can still feel what they did inside of me.
Hey, I saw. Okay, I saw, and I couldn't let them do that to you. It's why I helped.
Hi, Jules and Julesworks. This is Margot Call. I have some fans all the way in the United Kingdom who enjoy when I sing this song for them. So I'm going to sing it for you as well in honor of my fans all the way over in the UK. So, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never noticed how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never noticed how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. And if you want to hear more good singing and performing, I would highly suggest that you check out Teatro Paraguas, teatroparaguasnm.org, and that you check out Teatro Paraguas on Zerb. If you go to zerb.tv and then you type in Teatro Paraguas, then you'll be able to find some of their plays, their poetry, and some of that does feature singing as well. Hope you're all having a great day.
Let's not be full of hate.
Well, hello there. Hi. Thank you. Thank you for that. I will refrain from scratching my posterior on camera if I can. And yes, look at the size of this hanky, Margot. I mean, I just love it. I love your singing and your sweetness. It makes me so... Anyway, verklempt. Yeah. So, the callback on scene 1 there. Thank you all so much. Yes, it's true. I never play the lead. The lead's never funny.
Anyway, let's do the lead. Not enough to learn lines for 2 short plays. I don't want to be the lead. Boring. And then do mediocre Shakespeare and get a crappy edit. No, we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, I can't even believe they still do the Oscars. But that's okay. That's their problem, not ours. So, we had in reverse order, that was our beloved, no longer Santa Fe resident, at least now, talented young kid, my spirit actor, Nicola Salas. And there'll be some other pieces from him. He's out there on the East Coast. I love that kid. Anyway, I Am Naive, he called that. Beautiful Margot Cole doing You Are My Sunshine. I'm sorry. Don't ever deviate your septum. Anyway, Lab Rat by Matthew Milagro Gutierrez, part 1. Oh yes, I'm scrolling through the credits. And hey, if anyone wants to come help me go through these boxes, let me know. I'll feed you. Anyway, so Lab Rat is a brand new film by M.K. Gutierrez presents, and no, I had nothing to do with that movie. That's what I'm telling you right now. That was made by a local talent, Matthew Gutierrez, who's done theater and now film, and he was at Paraguas Friday night. He writes reviews sometimes. I don't know if that's what he was doing, but one of the performers of many in the show that I'll tell you about in a minute. I think after the next scene or two, we'll do more of that because I want to keep going. But anyway, the woman in that film, Tori, stage managed the holiday show at Paraguas. Has directed, hadn't been on stage for a while. She's in some of these shorts that we'll tell you more about in a minute. Let's carry on. The credits, though, that's starring Nicolas Javier Gorilla Gal. I'll paste it. Tori Fraze and M.K. Gutierrez. So Matthew has been around for a while, and I've known him. He's a really cool guy, and we've done stuff together. Tori reminded me when she was stage managing the holiday show at Teatro Paraguas in December that she was masked the whole time, admittedly. So when it was obvious that I hadn't particularly recognized her, that I had auditioned for some stuff. But she didn't cast me anyway then. But she's a cool person. And so there's the credits on that. And it was, here's more credits. Written, direct, Matthew did it all. Wrote, directed, edited, Matthew K. Gutierrez. And, and we read the card. They all helped produce it, and then photography. They both shot it. Tori did the makeup, and the other actor, very hard to say, Nicolas Javier Gurulagal. Jesus, he should have warned me about that. Did the fight choreography, and that's. They also made a film that you can get on that YouTube channel, Lionheart, Matthew the Lionheart's YouTube channel, which I'll actually find for you in a sec. But he didn't put that in the notes. He just put that. So there you go. That was that. And backing up now, before part 1, and they'll be in the next 2 scenes. You'll see the other 2 parts. And very helpful that he edited that when I mentioned that I would want to cut it into pieces because of the length total. So that's the beauty of running into somebody who actually can edit too. As opposed to, say, getting 10 news snippets over 2 hours, including with less than an hour left. But we got them. Anyway, hey, the kid got into New Mexico School for the Arts, not New Mexico School for the Film. Anyway, before that, we had our beloved, most loyal performer who we dedicated, no, we're not going to say that. We extra honored in the last show, because it was both her and Margot's birthday months. Rose Provan, Grandma answering some questions. And yes, I love Stephen Colbert. So that was fun. And no, I didn't write that. And that was News Snippet 1 from Jerry News. So we're going to carry on now. Scene 2 has 2 more snippets of Jerry News. There'll be 10 total. There'll be A Taste of the Village by Regina Ress. As I said, she's in New York, as she'll say, too, and took the time to do that. I had told her that she has fans that were wanting more from her.
international storyteller, and in this case, foodie. And then you'll see part 2 of Lab Rat, and we're gonna have some music from Jim Jones, Alan Chapman, The Cowboy Way, Halfway Down the Devil's Road, and some poetry from Margot Cole. So without further ado, here comes scene 2. Thank you.
Wait, what happened to the music? Hey, what? Audio man, what's the music pulled up?
Well, this is now the 4th try. This is my 4th try to record this for y'all. I'm a little crazed. I am Regina, and I am sitting here in Greenwich Village, New York, and I'm broadcasting to the world because that's what we can do now. And typically these days I've been hanging out in Santa Fe, but I do come back and forth to Greenwich Village because it's been my base for over 50 years. And anyway, I like the food here. So I was telling Jules, about the food I was eating. He said, well, tell the world. So let me just give you a little sabor of the Greenwich Village food in the 3 minutes I'm allotted or whatever. New York City is the Big Apple. It's named for a food, It's like you want some good food. You come here because why? There's people from all over the world. And so what you get is the real deal food. When I first moved to Greenwich Village, I was over on Cornelia Street. I was here because I was going to be an actress and live in Greenwich Village. And you know what? I have to say, I'm very fortunate. I beat an actress and I beat living in Greenwich Village. But then I discovered the food here. So the real reason I'm here is the food. So when I was over on Cornelia Street back in the 60s, across the street from me was a little bodega, and it was called Murray's. And it was, you could get tins of, they had huge tins of sardines and all these things. So it was an Italian neighborhood. The Greenwich Village that I have spent most of my life in was Italian at that point. Very Italian. You go up to Greenwich Avenue. It was gorgeous, beautiful. But anyway, Murray's, he was slicing cheese over there, and it was real cheese. It was not Velveeta or even Kraft American slices. Yes, like Murray had cheese. It was cheap, but it was good. It was straight off the docks, probably from Italy, France, wherever. Not fancy, but real. Okay, so I knew Murray. At some point, Murray sold the business to a guy, I think his name was Robert. And Robert moved it just around the corner onto Bleecker Street. At the corner of Cornelia and Bleecker, and Robert got it fancier. So it got a little fancier, but you could still get some basic cheese. Like I like the feta. I think it was Bulgarian feta. You'd go in and they would take tongs into a big tub and pull out a block of feta and say how much you want. And you get that feta cheese. At some point, they moved across the street and they became Murray's Cheese. And if any of you know it, it's like international. They've got the tourists in there, and it's very expensive cheese. I don't even think, they've got that basic cheese anymore. Maybe they do if you look hard enough. And my joke is if I ever win the lottery, I'll go eat the cheese in Murray's again. But I knew Murray. And I moved away and came back. I got a master's degree and a divorce. I came back. I was over in the East Village back in the 1970. It was dangerous over there. It was fabulous over there. And it was a basically Ukrainian neighborhood. So, what you got over there was the borscht and the pierogies. You still can. I'm going over there in a couple of days. Just get myself, a little Ukrainian food and say, see what I can do. They're probably collecting money over there. But I moved back to the village, because I knew where I wanted to be. It was from the show Wonderful Town. Here we are, Christopher Street, right in the heart of Greenwich Village. That's where I wanted to be. So that's where I've been. You could get mozzarella cheese from Joe's Dairy. Joe's Dairy used to be right across the street from St. Anthony's Church. Gracie was slicing the cheese, packaging the cheese. The mozzarella was hot out of the pot. the milk was still dripping out of it. It had not been refrigerated into a block of hard stuff. It was soft, yummy. If you've ever had the real stuff, it's nothing like what you get in the supermarkets. And if you walk by and there was smoke pouring out of that basement, they were smoking the cheese. So you could get fresh smoked, still soft, not refrigerated yet. Mozzarella. Spoiled me for mozzarella forever. That was Joe's. So there's a lot of good food in this neighborhood. You know, you can get all kind of pasta with gravy. Yeah. But at some point I started spending a lot of time in Santa Fe. So but I'm back here at the moment. So when I was packing, I started obsessing about the food, what I was going to eat. So when I got here about 10 days ago, that I came from LaGuardia Airport in the subway because I know how to do that. And got off the subway and they were making a movie here. They're always making movies here. We have it's a very picturesque neighborhood. So you step over cables, they film a lot in Santa Fe too, but here it's in the street. You have to step over the cables, maybe, see somebody famous. So I unpacked and I went up to 4th Street to Galonga because I was just like wanting some good Thai food. And there's this fantastic Thai restaurant run by Thai folk, right? And I had some green curry and I had some drunken noodles. So that was like the first night I got here. Second day I was here, I went over to Raffetto's. Now, Raffetto's, where did I put that? I have to get this for you. Raffetto's, here's Mrs. Raffetto. Raffetto. You see her? You see her? She's sitting in front of, those are boxes of her raviolis. So at Raffetto's, they make pasta. You can get it not dried out, right? You can get the dried pasta, but you can get like fresh pasta over there. And her sauces are amazing. So they still make them. She's passed on to the great kitchen in the sky. But so I got some ravioli that was stuffed with wild mushroom. And then I got, for the sauce for that, I got the puttanesca sauce, which was unbelievable. I mean, all these ground up olives and capers and some serious Italian food. Thank you, Mrs. Raffetto. Third day I was here, I went to Mamoon's. Mamoon's has been on MacDougall Street since I think 1968. I had the falafel because it's the falafel stand. I mean, it is, and they're making them and they're not sitting around and reheating the falafels. These are falafels, just amazing. And then I also got some baba ganoush because I happen to like it. So that was the third day that I was here. And this is all within a block of my apartment, you have to understand. And the next day I went over to Bleecker to the block with all the butchers, like Otto Manelli's is up there. I used to go in, if I wanted to cook something with ground beef, I'd go in and I'd point at a piece of meat and they'd grind it for me as an Italian butcher, right? So I went to FICO's. It's next to the fancy schmancy Murray's Cheese, but FICO's is the pork store. And there are lots of other stuff too. You can get some fresh mozzarella there. It's not quite dripping, but it's not congealed to a hard rock. But I got prosciutto bread, so this incredible crust around prosciutto, and some marinated mozzarella, little knots. They make little knots, and they marinated sun-dried tomatoes, and so I had me a feast for lunch from FICO's. There's remnants of what used to be here. Greenwich Village kind of evolved into Hollywood on the Hudson, and now I'm told we have some Russian oligarchs owning some of these buildings. I haven't seen any Russian restaurants yet. We still have some Italian, not a lot. There's remnants. So that's today's very quick food story about some good, real food, baby. And this woman loves good, real food, along with a good story. and for people who love good stories. So hello to my friends. Hi, Jules. Good to see you. Hello to my fans. I am told I have thousands of fans. I don't know. And we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.
I still don't know what they wanted from me in the first place.
Your natural immunity to diseases was detected in some blood work. My superiors said it might have had something to do with your paternal grandparents and some plasma tests run in 2016.
Wow, you even got the abuelos involved in this shit.
Their resistances, let alone their cell structures, alerted some very important people. They couldn't be located, nor could your father, so they grabbed the next of kin. You. And when we injected you with SARS-CoV-19, you didn't even break a sweat.
No, the sweats came from maintenance adjusting the goddamn temperature every 10 minutes.
The antibodies you developed after were unique, to say the least.
So I am a beautiful snowflake.
Statistically, yes. When we get you to Alejandro, we can do more tests.
I'm not ready for anything else in that department.
You don't understand. This isn't the government we're meeting with. We're going to create a blood serum and distribute it internationally for free. If you had stayed in that holding cell, they would have chopped you up until you were nothing but pieces in petri dishes. And after, they would have either kept the information to themselves or sold it to a pharmaceutical company, to the highest bidder. You're a person, inside and out. You're capable of changing everything.
If you say so.
Okay, we gotta wrap this up. Are you sure your scrubs are destroyed?
Absolutely. The cop didn't see a thing.
Wait, cop? What cop? You didn't mention a cop before.
It's no big deal. I was pulled over on the side of the road with my flashers on. This cop pulled over and asked me if I needed any assistance. So I just pretended that I was a tourist admiring the scenery. It's fine.
Yeah, except that doesn't matter, because every cop car has a dash cam and every cop has a camera on his person.
Well, I wasn't visibly breaking any laws. I was only looking for an inconspicuous place to burn the scrubs.
Do you know how many people live in the nearby town?
No clue.
A little over 12,000. This lab isn't even on the map, and the Tauski Valley was a stretch to reach by foot.
You know, it is charming when you're not running and hiding in the sagebrush. I actually got a beautiful view of the sunrise.
You're not listening. Look, the entire area is easy to monitor, and a person of interest like you will stick out like a sore thumb, whether you're getting a burrito or pulled over on the side of the road.
Well, should I take a sooner train?
It's 12:30 already. There aren't any.
Well, look, I parked the car exactly where you told me to. There is no trace. No one is going to be able to find anything in the next half hour.
Look, the people we're running from are already familiar with the escape routes. They know that unless you're taking a tiny plane out of Taos, chances are excellent you're getting out of here from Santa Fe.
But they can't read minds, though.
They don't need to. We have one little airport in town and then the train. Again, it's incredibly easy to cover.
Do you think they're here? Now?
I don't know. I'm not going to chance it, though. Walk back to the safe house, lock the doors, and wait for my call.
I can make the train.
There's no time for that.
It is better for me to run right now than hide.
They're going to be looking for you.
They don't know what I look like right now. There's still a chance. Please.
Okay. Okay, walk to the station, maintain a low profile, and keep an eye out. Most of the tourists in this town look like the older type to flip out at restaurants, or they're loud families from Texas. Anyone by themselves, anyone not looking like what I described, could be someone after you. If you get spooked or uncomfortable before you board the train, you walk away. Get back to the safe house and wait for my call.
What about Mr.
Body.
Yeah.
I'll reach him. Remember, low profile.
I got it.
Walk away.
Dr. Sands.
Back to Jerry News. Hi, I don't have Cheetos. Our main story tonight concerning yellow man, or man in yellow stealing yellow M&M from New Jersey candy store, a New York man stuck in a bathroom for 1 week, and dog pee rusting poles in Japan. And tonight, our main story concerns the dog pee. Now, in Japan, apparently on the highway, some dogs peed on a pole so much that it rusted through the metal and apparently caused a traffic jam and also crashing on the top of a car. In my opinion, dog pee is extremely like acid, because they drink all sorts of weird water from dumpsters or something. Maybe that's just my perspective. But I think that the dogs were drinking pickle juice and peeing on it. Yeah.
Alan Chapman. We thought it was an outlaw song, and then people kept saying, "This sounds like all the politicians we know." "You sure this is not a political song?" We said, "Nah." But it's called Halfway Down the Devil's Road.
One morning, wondering where you been, how you got this far. You'll slide down the slippery slope, you're cheating, stealing, liar. You're halfway down the devil's road, you got one foot in the fire. Your mama raised you better, your daddy he did too. Your path was straight and narrow, tried and true. When you kept taking wrong turns, now you're going for higher. You're halfway down the devil's road, you got one foot in the fire. What's this old world coming to? Now the law is stalking you. A bullet waits around each turn. You're halfway down the devil's road, you're gonna burn. Pretending black was white, pretending bad was good and wrong was right. Your hopes and dreams are ashes on your outlaw funeral pyre. You're halfway down the devil's road, you got one foot in the fire. What's this old world coming to? Now the law is stalking you. A bullet waits around each turn. You're halfway down the devil's road, you're gonna burn. You only get one second chance. Go on, but you can break the spell. Don't leave redemption to circumstance. Choose a right trail or wind up in hell. Now the time has come for you to pay the toll. You're the only one who'll save your soul. Your fate is in your own hands, the price can't get no higher. You're halfway down the devil's road, you got one foot in the fire. You're halfway down the devil's road, you got one foot in the fire.
Hi, Jules and Julesworks. This is Margot Cole, the director of A Stroke of Endurance. I wanted to share some poetry with you, and fortunately I couldn't find some of the ones I wanted to share, but I did find some. And this first one was a response to some poem or something that I had read at school years ago, and it goes, "Roses are red, violets are blue, my heart only beats for you. Your eyes are like a green jewel. Sometimes people don't think you are beautiful, but I always do. My heart only beats for you." And the other one that I wanted to share, I made up when I was writing my film Stroke of Endurance. It was like a few things that I would say in my head about what the film was about. And it goes, "Hey, I have something to say. Friendship is what community college is about. I thought students and professors were different until a professor with a stroke showed me another way." So I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to see more poetry, I would suggest you check out teatroparaguasnm.org or the Zerb channel that Teatro Paraguas has. They have poetry that is really fantastic.
All right, hey there. Hey. Well, thank you, talented people. Yes, we still have one piece of merch, but we'll work on that eventually. If anybody really knows where to get merch and can help design it, feel free to chime in. So, the callback on that one. You can tell I did my radio show yesterday. I'm talking about callback. Anyway, first of all, what the heck is wrong with me? I feel like a terrible person without a hat. Okay. This is the 14th monthly Julesworks Follies, where you get to see extra amount of your host's backside. And anyways, Margot Cole, that was some poetry written and performed by the beautiful, lovely, talented Margot Cole. And yeah, my mama don't take no guff. Are you ready for the whole story? So, Jada's older than me, but grew up with my brother, really. But I knew her, a little. And I joke, as you've heard, that both Jada and Tupac took my spot at the School for the Arts. A, it doesn't work that way, and B, they're older than me, but they both went to the Baltimore School for the Arts, and I didn't get in. Anyway, and Jada is horrible. And anyway, so Jada comes back. It's Different World, remember? The spinoff of Cosby Show. And Jada Pinkett played basically a character from the hood who got into the college, the version of Spelman in the show. And all this media was saying how much that mirrored her real life. And she came back to Mount Washington, which school where we all went. My mom taught for 47 years, helped it have a middle school, and then retired. Because our Falstaff Middle School, where Jada went with us too, when Jada wasn't there, we found a dead woman on the steps. So that middle school doesn't exist anymore. They didn't tear it down then. Anyway, that's Baltimore. Anyhow, so Jada comes back, to meet the kids and be famous and whatever crap. By the way, I think celebrity is one of the stupidest human inventions, along with auto-tuning, and I won't say the third one because it's a dark joke. But anyway, so ending this little tale because it's cool and shows my mom taught me by example, sometimes it's okay to open your mouth when you're right. So Jada comes back and she pulls Jada aside and says, "Thank you, I appreciate you coming to speak to the children, but why are you letting all these articles come out that say you're from the hood? You grew up in the same neighborhood we did." She grew up in a better neighborhood than I grew up. She grew up around Orthodox Jews and middle-class African Americans, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. And she gave some half-ass excuse that that's just what they wrote. No, it's not just what they wrote. So anyway, whatever. They suck. To me, this might be controversial. I'll say it and move on. Just like OJ getting off, this crap with these people, they give Oscars to anybody now. It's just proof that everything's about money. It's not skin color, which is fine. Civil rights, great. But, whatever. So let these people be stupid with their crappy movies and destroying people's lives making their crappy movies. Who cares about a bunch of rich people's ethics? No, I didn't watch. I don't know anything about the movies. I don't want to. I'm sure they're at best mediocre. If people want to like them, great, like them. I don't. So there you go. Anyway, so we had beautiful poetry. I like you all. I like this from Margot, and then we had The Cowboy Way. That's Jim Jones with Alan Chapman, Halfway Down the Devil's Road. And then we had our third snippet from Lance, our talent who's now going to be going to New Mexico School for the Arts. Part 2, with the third coming next of Lab Rat by Matthew Milagro Gutierrez and all those other people with hard names to pronounce. And Virginia Rest, A Taste of the Village, international storyteller and foodie. Margot, she would love if you find her. You can easily find her on Facebook, but maybe you guys can get some tasty food and tell us about it. And that was our scene. So scene 3 coming up. Of course, every scene is going to have more puppet snippets because they sent me 10. And then you're going to see the finale, third part of Lab Rat. It would have been a little better for April, but I included it, a song from Nikoa. And Sean Heelan will be popping in with White Feathers, which he originally shared online for John Prine, right after John Prine, when he found out John Prine was sick. And yes, he has missed. I'm reading his notes. And a beautiful song. Don't usually do 2 songs in a row. Susie, for you, I'm not going to say what song will be after, but we got 2 songs in a row. So I say, take it away. No, I mean, awards are gross anyway. Award ceremonies, I used to hate, well, I'd freak out if anybody made watch the ceremonies because it's so disgusting. I started watching them when I ran the film festival with John Bowman, and then started knowing people that would be nominated. I still red carpet, all that is horrible. Speaking of his hat, Otis Gibbs, he just did a rant about the Grammys and the same thing, and he's right. Accolades are great. Obviously, if somebody suddenly gave us an award, I wouldn't have to worry about destroying my body, soul, and heart and waiting tables, and that'd be great. But it really doesn't do that much, and they're gross, and whatever nonsense happened last night with, first of all, you know, don't slap a comedian. Like, and then, yeah, whatever. Anyway, it's just, but most of the people that win those awards, when they say, I don't know about these clowns last night, but when you hear a lot of them say, you know, I'm just honored to be here and grateful, many of them mean that. They do, because I've known a few of them, know a bunch of them, and it's true. Because the ones who make it a competition, yes, it'll help if you're, but unless your first thing you do, which is very unlikely, gets nominated for an Oscar, it does happen, you're already established. You're already not ever going to be hungry, even if you blow all your money on drugs or sex or hookers or whatever they do. Because if you're getting nominated, you're already there, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't open doors. If I suddenly got the Weirdo Award, yes, it would probably, Daryl Wellington, who lives right that way, is currently the poet laureate in Santa Fe, and he did say that you know, that suddenly helped him. So those sorts of things. That's why I said a Western Writers Award would be better than an Oscar. Anyway, I'm done ranting on that nonsense. There'll be more from Sean here. Oh, you saying yes today. Okay, so let's get into scene 3. Thank you all. And I'm looking at dinner while we're watching. So here we go, scene 3. Take it away.
Welcome back to Jerry News. We are now going to do the weather. And why are you not outside? Well, because I wanted Cheetos? Just because you want... Alright, fine, hold on. Producer, do we have any Cheetos in the vending machine? No? Hold on, I'm gonna go ask Bob. Hi viewers, I just wanted to make a quick announcement that I am now Here, take the Cheetos and go. Yay! And fix the sign, please. Oh, sorry. You're welcome. Why did I even hire him in the first place?
he's gonna kill me on the goddamn train.
She was pretty quiet, you know. Your friend. Like a church mouse.
I think we're done.
Now, we're done.
Happy Earth Day. I love the Earth. It's a great planet, and I learned the song just now because I already knew it. Cause my mom loves this song and taught me it when I was a little kid. So, here's the song. This pretty planet, spinning through space. You're a garden, you're a harbor, you're a holy place. Golden sun going down, gentle blue giant, spin us around. All through the night, safe till the morning light. This pretty planet, spinning through space. Your garden, your harbor, your holy place. Golden, a sun going down, gentle blue giant, spin us around. All through the night, safe till the morning light.
Welcome, viewer, to the weather. Right now, it is the middle or beginning spring, and it is getting hot. Very hot. Hot like Jack Shipley's Final Heat Hot Sauce, now available in nowhere because no one knows about this brand, and also it's pretty expired. Oh, very spicy. Anyways, I have some Cheeto business to attend to. We're not sponsored by Cheetos, by the way. Please sponsor us, Cheetos. Bye.
Sing the songs with the weight of the storm and unclear weather. This tempest is sure. So wait for a cure or angels, white feathers. Many are gone, dust and dawn, and we might go down together. So lift up our song and sing arm in arm for our sisters and brothers who lay down our heads. This world and it's dead as we rise and fall together. Another dawn, promised to none, it's promised to none. Tears are made of the very same rain, the very same rain. This world is our garden, this world is our grave, this world. So lift up our song and we'll sing on and on for our fathers and mothers. We'll lower our heads for this world and its dead. We'll rise and fall together. Sing this song as we wait out the storm and unclear weather. This tempest is sure as we wait for a cure or angels' white feathers.
When the wind don't blow in Amarillo and the moon along the Gunna sun don't rise, shall I cast my dreams upon your love, dear, and lie beneath the laughter of your eyes? And it's snowing on Raton. Come the morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Yes, it's snowing on Raton. Come the morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Mother thinks the road is long and lonely. Little brother thinks the road is straight and fine. Little darling thinks the road is soft and lovely. I'm thankful that old road is a friend of mine. And it's snowing on Raton. Come the morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. And it's snowing on Raton. Come the morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Bid the years goodbye, you cannot still them. You cannot turn the circles of the sun. You cannot count the miles until you feel them. And you cannot hold a lover that is gone. And it's snowing on Raton. Come the morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. And it's snowing on Raton. Come the morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Tomorrow the mountains will be sleeping, silent neath the blanket green and blue. All that I shall hear the silence they're keeping. I bring all of the promises to you. And it's snowing on Raton. Come the morning, I'll be through them hills and gone. Yes, it's snowing on Raton. Come the morning, I'll be through them hills and gone.
All right. I did it again. Where's my DT hat? Oh, my hats are falling. Hats are falling. Everything's falling. Here we go. Yes. Uncle DT is easy to find, so shoot him a note about that. All right. So the call back. Snow and Armatone, Towns Van Zandt. Hey, Pastor.